Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek at SPIEL 2016. I'm sitting down with Matthias Karl from Schmidt Spiele, and you've brought us Tempel des Schreckens.
Yes, that's Temple of Horror, basically. Yes. And you probably know the game somehow because it's actually Time Bomb, but the German version of Time Bomb, and with a little bit of adventurer style here. And there were I can tell it right in the beginning because if you know Time Bomb, the changes are that this game can be played with 3 to 10 players instead of 4 to 6. And we added another bomb. We just call it a fire trap. And what else? And yeah, these are basically the differences. Because for us, we just decided that we want to avoid that the game can end after revealing just one card.
Right.
In Time Bomb, this rarely happen, but it could happen that if you reveal the bomb right away, the game was over in 2 seconds, which is kind of funny as well, because you can play a lot of rounds then. But at least in this game, you have at least 2 fire traps, so it takes at least 2 cards to reveal and to end the game. So that would be the difference. But for everyone else who doesn't know it, the game is, yes, it's basically a deduction and bluffing game. Because in the beginning, you get one of those character cards, because you are either a guard who guards the temple and doesn't want to give away the treasures, or you're an explorer who wants to find all the treasures. Everyone gets one of those cards. Takes it, looks at it, but keeps it a secret and doesn't reveal it until the end of the game, and obviously doesn't tell what he is. I mean, of course, during the game, as part of the bluffing element, you will always tell whatever you want, because you can lie as much as you want to. And
I'm not a guard. What are you thinking about?
Because usually, I mean, no one is suddenly a guard when the game begins. So everyone is an explorer suddenly, but that's how it goes. And yes, and then the game is played by 4 turns. At the beginning, you get 5 cards. You play those 4 rounds. You look at your 5 cards. But you only yourself. You can see this person would be me. I would have 4 empty rooms, but 1 treasure. So kind of safe to go here, but it's just 1 treasure. And then you take it back. You shuffle them so that you simply just know that you have a treasure, but you don't know where it's a treasure. And the other player do it as well.
All right.
And then there's one.
Okay.
The starting player is the key player, because he has the key to the doors, and would be the starting player. He would usually start to introduce himself and would say something like, "Yes, I'm the explorer, please come to me, because I have 1 treasure here and only 4 empty rooms, so there's no fire trap, it's an easy way to get the treasure." And then the other one, risk-free, and then the other would continue to tell interesting stories or not so interesting stories. And well, you could, obviously no one will tell that he or she is a guard, because that needs to be covered up as long as possible. And so you continue and tell, well, come to me, because obviously I cannot go to myself, so I would have probably listened to you, and you would have said, yes, please come,
yes,
there's a treasure.
I have fabulous wealth and treasure over here.
I totally trust you, and I say, open this door. So you would open this door, it would be empty, and was like, oh no. Empty, that's not so good. Then you would be the key player, and then you would listen to the other people and would probably try to find out to find all the treasures. While obviously the guards will always try to tell, yes, of course I have treasures, I don't have any traps here, and they will lure you into the traps. But obviously, to make sure the cover holds up, they will cheer as well when there is a treasure to cover up this their role as long as possible. And so this. Usually for let's say typical board gamers, the first round is a bit unusual, because it's more like this detective bluffing game. But after the second or third round, all the paranoia starts and the accusations. You have lied before, and this is fantastic, and makes so much fun.
That's where when it really gets fun.
Yes, and it makes a lot of fun in large groups, and but also with 3 players it works very fine. And yes, that's Tempel des Schreckens.
So if you're interested in that, which is the German retheming of Time Bomb, this is by Schmidt Spiele. And Matthias, thank you so much for letting us take a look.
Thanks so much. Thank you.